Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about numbers, how to count from 1 to 99 in Japanese. So to start, we have all of our primary numbers. We're going to start from 0, which is said as zero. And each of these numbers has a kanji associated with it. However, for the 0, they usually just say zero, zero, which is the loan word version, of course. And they'll usually use the numeral rather than the kanji if it's used in writing. There are rare cases in which you will see this kanji used as well, but it's not used quite as often as the kanji for the rest of the numbers. So for 0, you'll just say zero rather than the Chinese-based rei. Rei does occasionally occur in certain vocabulary words, and it's sometimes also used in formal writings. When expressing dates, for example, might be used there, or for other purposes, maybe poetic purposes as well. In any case, each of the numbers 1 through 10, we're going to go through them one by one. Repeat after me as closely as you can. So 1, ichi, 2, ni, 3, san, 4, yon, 5, go, 6, roku, 7, nana, 8, hachi, 9, kyu, and 10, ju. So as you can see, I have the kanji written here, and then the hiragana reading here. Now, when you study the numbers, you may notice that some of the numbers have different readings. So for instance, the number 4 can be read as either yon or shi. However, in Japanese culture, shi, the sound shi, resembles the word for death, which is also shi. Therefore, most of the time the number 4, when it's spoken, it's mostly said as yon. So it does somewhat have some sort of superstition attached to it due to that association with the word of death. This is also identical in Korean and Chinese culture as well, as the same words and numbers have the same associations. In any case, the other reason that you may come across other readings of the same number is for phonetic reasons, or because the number has a different origin. So there is a counting system. This counting system that we're using here is mostly based off of the Chinese way of saying each of the numbers. However, there is what is known as the native counting system, which uses different numbers entirely, 1 through 10. And those are said as hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu, mutsu, nanatsu, yatsu, kokonotsu, to. Those numbers we'll talk about later, because those will be associated with what are called counters. Counters are simply words that represent countable objects or ideas. So when we get to talking about that, then I'll explain more what that is about. In any case, when you're just counting in general, you're going to be using the following numbers. Let's go through them one more time, and then we'll talk about how we can count up to the higher numbers. Okay, so we have ichi, ni, san, yon, go, roku, nana, hachi, kyu, ju. All right. So let's talk about the numbering system in general. So essentially, the numbering system in Japanese is going to be created in such a way that each digit section of a number has its own unit, so to speak. What I mean by that is, say we take a look at the number 15. Everything in the tens place is going to be read with the word for 10, ju. So you can think of this as like one unit of 10, ichi, We don't say ichi, however, but just ju in this case. If a 1 appears in the tens place, we don't say the 1, we just say ju. But normally we would say what goes here. So say, for instance, the number 7 was put in its place. This would be nana ju, and then go. Nana ju go. So a couple ways people think about this is, well, when we're in the teens, as I said before, 15, which is just ju go, you can just think of that as 10 plus 5. Ju go. 10 and 5. But as we saw earlier, 75, you could think of that as like 7 times 10 plus 5. So nana ju go. Whichever way helps you the best, stick with that. But I just generally think of it as units of 10, multiples of 10 that we're counting off. So nana ju go. So with those rules in mind, let's go over several different numbers. There's about 20 numbers that I want you to try with me. So starting from very short number, what would 13 be in Japanese? You may pause the video and then respond, but from here forward, I will be writing the number and then saying it almost immediately. 13, 13. 18, 18. 24, 24. 29, 29. 37, 37. 32, 32. 49, 49. 47, 47. Oops. 54, 54. 51, 51. 67, 67. 63, 63. 72, 72. 74, 74. 87, 87. 86, 86. 91, 91. 99, 99. So that is how you will read numbers all the way up to 99. When we get to hundreds, I'll explain that in more detail, as well as the thousands and tens of thousands, because it does get a little bit more complex after that. But I'll break it down in a way that is manageable and easy to understand. But each digit in its own place, the tens place, the hundreds place, and 10,000s place, and so on, each of those are counted as separate units. So keep that in mind as far as the general structure of numbers in general. So With that, I hope this video helped you a lot to understand more about Japanese numbers and how to count in Japanese. If you have any questions, please let me know. In the description of this video, I will write out the numbers 1 through 10 in regular numerals, as well as the kanji and the hiragana. I'm not going to use romaji. I will avoid romaji in each of these videos so that you get a little bit more used to seeing the Japanese in its standard form. Okay? In any case, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and also I would appreciate any sort of donation to this channel to help it grow in the future. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.